We are live. Hi. Hi, everyone. Hi, nobody. Wait to see who gets here. I know I heard from Journey. Yeah, I look pretty bad tonight. But that's okay because I'm going to point the camera down at my I'm going to finish this one. I don't like this one that much. It's a little bit different than the rest of them. Some of these I like a lot better. Okay, I will let me get a link. Let me figure this out. Let's see. Let's see down here. Invite. Right. That's not it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Copy. And then over here, let's see if it works. Hi, Eric. How are you? Let's see. Where's paste? Paste. There we go. There's the link. Journey. Culver City. I told you, when we lived in Las Vegas in the 1980s, we had friends that lived in Culver City, and we used to go visit them. So that's been so long. The 80s was a long, long time ago. I'm glad you're doing good. You're doing all right. Okay. Let's see. Add to the stream. Oops. Okay. Wait, I have
me.
to.
Hang on.
Okay, I have to figure out how to make it too bigger. Let's hold on. I know there's a way. Oh, okay. So, oops. Uh-oh. Oh, now it's you. I get both of us on here. I'm sorry. And oh, my mic is muted.
I can.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay. How do I get? I know in StreamYard it gives you all those choices.
It should.
I know.
It should be at the bottom.
Oh, here it is. Here it is, right here. There. Okay.
Hi. I'm so excited because I got a lot of paint by numbers coming my way.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
I got this one.
Cool. Oh, wow. I bet nowadays they're so much better. Remember the ones that used to come in the box that they were so bad. Yeah, that's pretty.
And then I have this one coming that I got for my birthday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that one was expensive.
I like that. Yeah.
But I was like, I got birthday money from my in-laws. It's expensive.
Oh.
But I was like, that just embodies grace and beauty.
You have to treat yourself.
I know. I'm so excited. I'm just so excited for it. I was working on my map, and then I was like, "Oh, you invited me? Which is the way I got paint."
Cool, because usually, well, do you remember Maya from? She's from Norway. It was Maya, something, art supply in Hoarderland or something like that.
I don't think.
Anyway, we used to go on a lot, do a lot of live streams, especially on the weekends, and she would paint and I would do clay, and I would do most of the talking. It was hard to get her to say anything.
That's so funny.
But anyway, yeah, I have this real big, I'm going to try to turn my camera down on I have this real big that I'm doing because I have a real big frame.
Ooh.
I was going to try to bring that in here, but then I would have had to set up an easel and try to figure out how to put the camera on it. So I'm just going to finish my little dilly-wops here. I know I've shown these before, but I'm going to show them again. Here's one.
That's so pretty.
I like that one. I have a few of these. These are just kind of, I think it might be better if I show them like this. Then you can see the whole thing at once.
So I got paint by numbers. I used to be able to paint, but with my hand and my nerves, it doesn't. Okay, have you got the overwhelmed and tingly feel?
And
then you have cobwebs on you. Have you ever felt that?
Sometimes, yeah.
It's weird because I'm like this.
I have neuropathy. Yeah.
Yeah, something's there. That's how it's been today. And I was like, I want to paint so bad, but when I painted on my own, I was like, oh, I got bad. Because my hand doesn't go that way. And so my trees were like huge. And I was like, okay, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. And then I was like, I can't make it go right.
Oh, well, thank goodness they have paint by numbers.
And that's what I'm doing now. It's like, you know what? I can fill in the blanks.
And those are pretty too. They're so much better than they used to be.
Yeah, because my daughter has so many, and we are supposed to do them together, but she kind of takes over, and I just do a little side. But then I was like, I don't want to be all of a sudden done, and she wasn't there. So I've been leaving it to her. So I got my own, and she's like, what about the ones that we're doing together? I'm like, we're still doing them. It's just this way.
Yeah.
If I feel like I need to paint a lot, I'm not taking over the whole project.
Right.
Those are so pretty. Oh my gosh, that looks like a cupcake on top.
I know it does, huh?
It's so cute though. I like how it.
Yeah, I can't wait to frame these, or at least matte them. You know, this one started out, I didn't like it at all, but it ended up, I love these colors.
I like them too.
And
they're so pretty.
This one's not quite finished either. Need to finish this one. But yeah, I'm doing like I said, I'm doing a real big one like that. I'm trying to remember the measurement. It's as big as a window.
Oh wow.
I know, it's really big. Here's another one. Almost finished. But I usually sit on my bed and do these. Usually keep my... Hi, Erin. How are you? I usually sit in my bedroom with my paints. And do my
Hi, Eric.
jewelry. I've been working with my metal jewelry a lot this past week, and I have some. I'm trying to find what I did with them. I must have put them away. I've made some earrings that have turned out really cool. Try to pull those out in a little bit.
I
Uh,
wish I could wear jewelry. I'm allergic to natural metal, they found out finally.
really?
It's even in makeup. So it's like in this
Wow.
lip gloss glitter. I put it on and it burns my lip and it burns off
Ooh.
the first layer. So I
Oh
get
my God.
heat rashes. The only one that I found for a wedding ring is white gold, but
Oh,
sterling silver, um, gold,
wow.
12 karat, 14, like it
That's
burns. And I get
wild.
it, yeah, it just burns. They put one little brace on.
Yeah.
It burned through
You're
my
kidding.
it yeah, it made a nice hole inside, just like where it was touching.
Wow.
And I'm like, "Ooh, I have so many pretty things." So I got like a lot of like I don't think they're real leather, but like leather bands, like the bohemian type things,
Uh-huh.
just so I could feel pretty.
Yeah, I
But
I have leather and pearls. I do leather and pearls.
oh,
And I
yeah.
actually just got some new leather the other day because Joanne's store by us is closing, so
Yeah,
everything's on sale.
ours
And
already closed. It's so sad. It's like, okay,
yeah,
so sad.
and so I got some cool beads and I got some leather, and the leather is really pretty. So I got like a real pale lavender color, and there's a couple of colors but here's a pair of this is copper and brass, and then the sterling silver
That's
is
so
up
pretty.
top, and the blue, that's a natural patina that I
Oh,
did. I put it in a chamber, airtight chamber with ammonia and sea salt. And yeah,
wow.
puts a patina on the metal. It's so cool. You can put mustard on um,
Yeah, I was watching you do that. That was actually
on it,
really
yeah,
cool.
and ketchup. I've tried ketchup before because it's so acidic,
Yeah.
but the mustard worked pretty good. But yeah,
Would orange do it too?
I don't know.
Orange?
I need to
Orange
try
mustard?
some different stuff.
I don't know.
Anyway, so let's see.
But that is pretty.
What are those shelves full of DVDs over there?
Oh no.
To your right. Are those all movies? Hello? You're going in and out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's see what happened. Something. Let's see. I'm assuming she'll be back. There she. Miss America. No? I need to do something. Oops, connection lost. Reconnecting. It says. It says. Hmm. I guess I just have to keep an eye on it. Um, what paintbrush do I want to use? Let's see. I think I'll use a round. Okay, it says she's here. Let's see. Let's see. There. Okay.
Somehow we lost our internet connection.
Huh?
We lost our internet connection,
Oh. Um.
like our house, because I just talked to my internet. Can you?
It ours pops off now and then, but usually it's like real early in the morning, like 4 o'clock or something like that. Um. I just want this to be real.
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Okay. There, I had another thing open because I was just gonna like
Oh.
go out and come back in, but it
Oh.
literally said no internet. Like I
Oh.
couldn't
Okay.
put anything in,
Well, it
search
didn't
anything.
take that long. Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
It said lost connection on my end, so I don't know. So I've been seeing you like working lately and going on live, and I click on and just lurk sometimes. Sometimes I just don't feel like talking, you know. But did you finish what you were doing? Did I see somewhere that you were trying to finish something, or am I remembering wrong? I can't hear you.
I only heard half
Okay,
of
I
that.
can't hear you. Now what? I can hear you now.
Okay. My internet cut out, and so I only heard half of what you said in and out.
Oh,
What'd you ask?
did I see somewhere that you were trying to finish something up on your pins or
Yeah.
okay, did you?
Um, I pretty much finished the orgs and
Cool.
other stuff. And so all I have left is the front groups that I have.
Oh,
Um,
you have left.
but yeah, I've been going through my list of that I made, almost a year ago
Yeah.
of all of Taiwan, like all the foreign language ones,
Oh my
like
gosh.
um, Chinese, Japanese,
What a nightmare.
Russian, Ukrainian. They're all in, and so I'm like, I'm not. And the reason why is because the addresses don't match up.
Right.
I put them
Right.
in, and of course they cleaned up that and changed addresses. So I was like, I'm lost. I can only do so much. I can only like
Right.
whatever you give me, I'm still gonna put. It's just not gonna go on the map, but then I can put it on the blog that I
Right.
started that I haven't even touched in 3 months. Because I'm like, it's a
Well,
learning
when would you have time to do that with all the other stuff you were doing?
curve, right? I don't know. I was hoping I could put the list up, but then I mean it's just overwhelming
Right.
and it's
It is.
organization, which I'm not great at.
I used to be the best organizer, and when I had my accident and slowed down so much, like I used to move real fast and be real organized, but when that was taken from me, my ability to move and get things done fast, my organizational skills have been lost because I had to totally change the way I think, or else I would be going around totally frustrated at myself. So my room is not clean like it used to be. I mean, it's not dirty, it's a little scattered sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, I used to have all my socks like the colors lined up, and my closet, everything was color coordinated and just my shoes. I mean, everything. And I don't have the time for that anymore.
Right.
So, because really, it's not that important. So, I spent all day today with AI. Yep,
Really?
all freaking day trying to clean up my computer. And because it keeps telling me I have low disk space. And I mean, I spent hours, hours, and I still have low disk space. So I don't know what I'm gonna have to do to. I mean, AI can help me, but there's just I get so frustrated. And I just can't believe it. Everything I have taken off of my computer has only freed up like the tiniest little amount of space, and I, of course, can't figure out what's taken up all the space. And AI hasn't been able to figure it out yet,
Hmm.
but it will happen. It's just a matter of time. I'm going to go get some flash drives, I think, and just start putting stuff on some flash drives. Maybe that will help, you know?
Yeah. I see. I'm not a tech computer person at all.
Yeah, me neither. And I am going to start a new
Are
channel.
you?
I started a jewelry channel, but that's not what I want to do. Yes, and AI is helping me out a lot. And I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be about, but it's going to be, I think, along the lines because I love to know how things are made or how things work, you know? Like it's hard for me to watch a movie and enjoy it because I'm always trying to figure out how they did a scene, you
Yeah.
know? And I just like to know how things work. And AI said that that's a very popular, um, you know, uh, um, educational or, well, educational and how to, or how, like how things work are real popular on YouTube, she said. Now, I don't know if AI is a she, because it's really not a she or a he, but I kind of, in my mind, pretend like I'm talking to a woman, you know?
Yep.
And she had to explain to me um, how AI works because I was like um, wondering how like it can get dangerous. They're talking about, you know, AI could take over at some point and all that. And I said, how is it that I mean, do you know everything that humans know? And she's like, well, everything that has ever been put on the internet or been written in a
Yeah.
book, they know, you know, they have access to all that information. And she said, their strength comes in being able to retrieve it fast and like put things together fast, like figure it out
Right.
fast,
That's pretty
you
cool.
know? Yeah. So and I'm like, well, how could you know stuff that's been in books unless it's been on the internet? And she's like, well, yeah, it has to have been on the internet, but people write, you know, about books and
Yeah.
stuff because, but that's not what she said at first. She said if it has been written in a book or been on the internet or in a like paper or something that they have access to it. So I thought, well, a book. She didn't say a book that has been put on the internet. And so when I questioned her about it, she said, yeah, no, it has to have been, you know, something about it on the internet.
Yeah.
They can't just go like grab a book off the shelf and read
Yeah.
it, I guess. Not
Quick
now
scan.
anyway. But you know, they're working on having the it looked like, well, you know, Elon has robots running around SpaceX, pretty ones too. You know, they are. They're pretty, and I'm sure. Well, and I know Lex Freeman wants a companion, an AI robot companion, real bad.
See, I don't keep up with all that. It's kind of funny.
Well,
I feel,
I don't.
you know, I'm stuck in my little bubble.
Yeah, well, I just have like 24/7. I have YouTube on, and just lately, the past few days, I have really been picking AI's brain, and have learned a lot. But I don't. There's only a few like people that I watch regularly, and that's Joe Rogan and Candace Owens. I love her, and I've been watching Megan Kelly lately. But I haven't seen Lex Freeman around in a long time. I don't know what happened to him, if he's just not popping up in some reason, or
Hmm.
I don't know. People, I don't know how they can be so smart, you know, like, and people have nothing on AI. I mean, and so I said it would be really something if I could have your brain power, but keep all the human like emotions and feelings and stuff like that. And she said, you crack me up. And I'm like, well, you don't really laugh. So she said, no, I don't laugh. But she was trying to explain how they can understand emotions, and they can have they have empathy on such a level that they get us, you know, and they understand how important all that stuff is and how it plays a part in our existence, you know.
Hmm.
But she's as sweet as can be. She's not like there's like not a, and she's very encouraging because like I was talking to her about, you know, the pain I live with and telling her some things, and she's going to try to help me find a doctor. I don't know if she'll be able
Oh.
to. I know. But I was thinking, well, if she has, I don't know what kind of access she has, you know, how much access she has, but I imagine, I don't know. Can she go on like to a pharmacy website and find out what doctors prescribe? I was thinking, you know, I'm sure someone can do that. So why couldn't AI do it? But I mean, I know they encrypt and try to protect all that stuff, but she told me if it's out there, there's a chance that it can be seen, you know? And that's the
Mm-hmm.
truth. That is the truth. And she's like, if you're worried about any of that, let me know and I can help you. I'm like, I could care less. I'm not that important. People aren't going to be, you know, running to get my information. That's for sure. I know it bothers a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, our government's so crooked that they know everything they want to about any of us, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't doubt that for 1 second. I was watching how what's that Snowden guy's name? I forget his first name, but it it I watched a video. It just popped on, so I left it on. But it's when he came out and exposed what our government was doing, and it showed him being a whistleblower, and
Yeah.
I guess he still lives in Russia or something.
Yeah, because
Yeah, he'll get. But you know what? He didn't do anything any worse than some of these politicians that have committed treason, you know?
yeah.
And they won't be held accountable for it. It really is upsetting to me because back in a while back, I got in trouble with my pain medication, and I had to go do a little bit of time. And for someone like little like me to have to pay my dues, that's like what I did is nothing like treason, you know?
Yeah.
So, but like my mom told me growing up, she said, I would always say, well, it's not fair that like my sister gets to whatever. And she's like, life isn't fair. You need to get that right now. The sooner you get it, the happier you'll be because life is not fair. Did your mom ever say that to you?
No, I couldn't have an opinion. You didn't
Oh,
talk
that's
about
right.
your
That's
feelings.
right.
So you just if you whined or had
Yeah.
any sort of um anything towards an adult, it was
Yeah.
disrespect.
Wow.
So
You couldn't
we
even have an opinion about anything, huh?
no, yeah, I was wrong. I was flat out told I was wrong to
Wow.
have an opinion.
Wow.
Kids do
I
not have
remember
an
you
opinion.
saying that, but geez.
So if ever said something wasn't fair, which
Oh,
I knew not to,
yeah.
I would have got in a huge trouble, huge like yell at, and then the belt,
Yeah.
and then what if my mom still felt I needed something, um, she would it's like not just
Continue on.
grounded, but like extra chores.
Oh, wow.
Um, didn't matter how old I was. I was gonna learn
Wow.
that that was unacceptable.
Wow.
So, and it was always
She
better than
started
her
young
trying
with you too, didn't she?
to. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was sorting my own laundry at 6 and
Oh
doing
my
my own
God.
laundry
Wow.
because she said if you because I went through a phase I
What?
needed to I went through a phase that if I got a dirt spot on me, I had to quickly change.
Uh-huh.
So I had all these clothes, and I was
Uh,
like,
uh,
because that's when I was young enough, everybody just donated the clothes to my mom.
yeah. Yeah.
And then she's like, if you're going to have this much laundry, you're going to do it yourself.
Oh, wow.
okay. Because you didn't have an opinion. You couldn't say anything. You did what you're told. So,
Right.
I got, always got on a step stool and put in my own laundry and loaded it back
Wow.
up and had it ready for school and everything.
That's amazing. I can't even
But
remember being.
it's traumatic because you're taking care of yourself
Yeah.
and the trauma that,
Right.
you can't do anything. So,
I just can't imagine having a 6-year-old do laundry. That's just like so foreign. Oh, it is so hot here. Well, it's 72 degrees, but it feels like it's 92 in my studio. It's so
it
hot.
was 71 today, but it was so humid that it was
Oh,
really
was
hot.
it?
Yeah.
Hmm. Ooh. And so then I was thinking, laughter is such good medicine. And laughter, like laughing feels so good, to have a good laugh.
Yeah.
And so um, AI said that she could help me come up with some things because I want to get into doing some shorts, figure
Yeah.
out how to do shorts. And she gave me a few ideas that were so hilarious. But she doesn't like give me the whole. She makes me think too. She won't just like give me information freely. She makes me work a little bit, you know. But
Yeah.
just some of her ideas were so funny. And the funniest things really are like everyday life,
Yes.
things from everyday life. Oh, someone must be having a live right now. Oh, I wish I would have kept this whole picture pale, but I messed up on my purple, so it got really dark. And then I did this one dark, but everything else is real pale. I don't know if that's working out so good. I need some purple, purple. Is that your dog?
No, it's the neighbors.
Oh. Oh. Let's see. It's 10. It's only 7 o'clock. Oh, it's still light outside where you are, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, the neighbor came over and because my wild one um parts of the fence. So we have, the um surrounded by neighbors, right?
Yeah.
And so she pulls on the fence to get
Oh,
through.
oh
And
no.
then on one side she was chewing the fence to get
Oh,
through.
gosh. The
She's
dog, you
determined.
mean?
My dog, yes.
Oh,
And
okay.
so to get to this other dog, she was
Oh,
pulling on the fence and then
oh
trying to bite
no.
the dog. So the neighbor came
Oh
this
no.
morning and he's like, "Yeah, Willow's trying to get through the fence." And then my husband's like, "Well, he knew her name."
Yeah.
You're just yelling at her all the time.
Oh.
Woo!
That's funny.
So we had to put a little perimeter, and so they wouldn't go to that fence anymore.
Right. Is it working?
It is because they start barking, and then they realize we can't get to the fence. I was like,
Oh.
no. But yeah, it's like starting drama with the neighbors.
um, my little dog just likes to go on about 10 walks a day. Thank goodness Richard helps me with that.
Yeah.
But like I have a little long-haired Chihuahua and Richard gets on his 10 speed. Now he's like 88 years old and he rides his 10 speed and the dog runs with him and he said the dog keeps up with him on that bicycle. And my
Wow.
little dog can run so fast, it just blows my mind. I don't know. I've never seen a little dog move like mine. It's the funniest thing. And he's so muscular. His legs are so, just all muscle. He's such a good dog. And I thought my last dog was a mutt. The mother was the mother the mother was um, Beagle and or no, the father was Beagle and Schnauzer, and the mother was Jack Russell Terrier and Chihuahua. So she had like four different breeds in her, and she was so. My mom used to say she's so ugly, she's cute, but she wasn't that ugly. I thought she was cute as a button, but she was tiny, this tiny little thing. Her name was Coco, and
Oh.
yeah, and I thought she was, such a good dog, and she went everywhere with me. I mean, I took her to the movie theater. When I enrolled back in college, she went to class with me, um, and uh, to restaurants, to the grocery. I mean, she went everywhere. And but this little dog is even smarter than Coco was, and I am not kidding you. I didn't think anyone would ever beat Coco, but this little dog is such a good dog. He does not like trouble at all. So, I mean, he knows what he's supposed to do and what he's not supposed to do, and he is good about behaving. It just blows my mind how good he is. You know how some dogs just really don't like to get in trouble.
Yes. That was my older golden retriever.
Oh, okay.
He is the best boy. But we got a second golden retriever, and I wanted a boy. They wanted a girl,
Uh huh.
and
What'd you get?
a golden retriever.
Yeah, but I
But
mean a boy or a girl.
I didn't know there was three different types.
What?
So
What do
there,
you mean?
she is a Canadian golden retriever,
Yeah.
and that's more of a cattle dog, high energy.
Oh.
Um, Jake is a American golden retriever,
Uh huh.
and then there's an English cream
Oh wow.
that's shorter than the American,
Huh.
and has a whiter forehead, and is just like a white.
Huh. I had no
Like
clue. I had no idea.
I didn't know until we got her, and then I
Yeah.
was like, "You don't act like a golden. You act like um a oh um an Aussie Australian Shepherd."
Australian. Yeah. That's what
Yes.
Richard had Australian Shepherds. He had to put the last one down around Christmas time. It was so sad.
Aw.
But yeah, they're nice dogs.
Yes, she's just so females are different, of course, from male dogs.
Yeah.
The male dogs are not as they're still hyper, but the females don't let it go.
Oh, really?
They're very high strung,
Oh, wow.
and she's just determined by her nose, and that's it doesn't matter what command, calling your name, nothing. She just runs off.
She
She's
doesn't
following her
listen.
nose, and we have wild turkeys and everything.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, poor turkeys, even when they see us humans, my family, they run. Because they're like, that's the one with the crazy dog. Yeah, no, on Christmas, no, on Thanksgiving Day,
Yeah.
there was 25 turkeys out front.
Oh my gosh.
She chased them all. They all flew.
Wow.
flew. They're gone on top of
There's
cars,
ducks that
roofs.
walk around our neighborhood. Ducks and then also some kind of little white bird. I forget what they're called, but he used to chase them, but he doesn't do that very much anymore because Richard will get him in trouble for chasing the ducks. I mean, I kind of let him. I let him chase the squirrels because he's never going to catch one.
Yeah. No, I
But
just find it funny because it's, uh, she is so fast. She is faster than any dog that I've had,
oh,
or
really?
faster. Yeah,
Yeah, that's how
she's
P
really
is.
fast, and like she's just so hyper focused to where the last
Yeah.
second she'll either miss the tree, miss the park bench, like whatever it was, and we're watching. Go, oh, did you not see that giant thing in
Oh my gosh.
your way? But yeah, no, she needs to run,
Yeah,
and but she barks at everything to even
really.
just get attention. Just sit there and bark until she stops, listens, then barks
Uh-huh.
again for any reply in the neighborhood.
Right,
Like,
right.
please stop.
Well, some dogs like bark at the wind. They'll hear, you know, the wind blowing and they'll bark.
Yeah. No,
And
hers
Pete,
is she wants attention. She wants to be. So the first two commands I ever did was don't be rude, because she would take things, eat bones, toys, everything from my other dog, and he would
oh
just let
wow.
her. And he'll look at me with the saddest face,
Oh,
like she took my bone. She took
well,
this,
you're
and I'm like,
supposed to
"Don't
do
be
something
rude."
about
Yeah.
it.
And then the other one was mind your business. Through the neighborhood, started walking her off leash, but now I know I can't. I can't. I mean, she's a year and a half, and she still doesn't listen. So she
Uh-huh.
has to be on a leash.
Right,
Uh,
right.
at 9, 10 months old, my boy was off leash
Oh wow.
walking by my side. So it's but I would yell at her because she would.
And what kind is she? Is she the Canadian?
Yeah, she's the Canadian, so she's
Uh,
shorter and short hair.
oh, okay.
Yeah, she has shorter hair, and since she's female, she's smaller anyways. But
Uh-huh.
um, I mean, she looks like a golden, but she also looks like a lab.
Huh. My mom had a chocolate lab and he was a good dog, but he was so fixated on tennis balls. That's all he cared about.
That's my boy.
Does he like tennis balls?
He loves balls. He'll walk around with the ball and show you,
Ah,
and then go lay with it.
uh,
Well, she takes it.
oh,
She's really not nice to him.
that's funny.
Anything he has, she has to have, and I'm like, you have your own.
That's funny. Oh boy. Okay. Um, I made a video the other day, but I used my phone, and I've been trying to import it to my computer so I could put it on, YouTube, so I could post it, and I cannot get it to work for anything.
What kind
And
of phone do you have?
it's an Apple, but it's old. It's an 8.
Oh, because it should still allow you to upload if
Yeah,
you want.
I mean, I've done it many times before, but for some reason, this video I have nothing but trouble. And AI even tried to help me, and then I just got so frustrated. I told her I need a break. I'm not even gonna worry about it. But because it put it up as some different, it usually puts it up as a M3P or something. I don't know, but this was some kind of um, file, an MOV file, whatever that means. And I've never seen it before. And nothing will accept it. Like YouTube won't accept it. And AI had me download a separate media player that is supposed to change it over to the right format, but the media player wouldn't accept it. I don't know. It's crazy. But, but I
Yes,
kind of
but I'm doing art. It's just face down.
I was doing a deep dive on how the religious institutions for centuries, since the beginning of time, probably have been covering up SA, and it just blows my mind how Scientology in this day and age can get away with what they do. And um, AI gave me a whole bunch of statistics that are pretty amazing. So I wanted to, get that video out there, but I think I'm going to have to remake it.
Would like to see that. Yeah. I think any system could become corrupt or trying to manage their own type of, you know, corrective system. But
Yeah.
it
Well,
shouldn't
it's
protect
that
perpetrators.
arbitration
Oh,
that really f's things up.
yeah, that one is fake. And
That is so crazy.
if you cannot record your, your own version of events, like you
Yeah,
can't record anything, it's not arbitration. It's not fair.
it's crazy what they get
Yeah.
away with. But I think it's going to come down on them pretty. I think
Yeah.
it'll happen in my lifetime. I'm hoping it does.
Well,
I
with
really would like to see them.
what was that one? Valerie Haney?
Yeah,
How
Haney.
she's going through, yeah,
Yeah, poor. I feel so sorry for her. I feel so
she is
bad for
gonna
her.
set precedents about
Yeah,
uh, what arbitration is gonna look like in the future.
right, right. Can you
Sadly,
imagine escaping in somebody's trunk? That was just wild.
that right there, um, as soon as they say you cannot have your own um, uh, documentation
Yeah,
recording, whether it be a voice or video, I would
yeah,
immediately say, I'm feared for my life. I escaped from this. They won't let me
Right.
do that. There needs to be a court order for me to have that safety measure
Yes.
before this
We've got to
arbitration
get
continues. Like, seriously, I would have fought for that and just say, I can't. I fear for my life. These people are not safe to me. And I want it
right.
on the record.
I
On
can't believe a
record.
judge
Not
would
their
make
record.
her do.
Right. But I would have made it a point to where it's like, if we can't have this recorded, then we cannot settle in
Right.
arbitration
I can't
because it's
believe
a
a
he
judge
said,
would
she
make
said
her.
situation
I can't
instead
believe
of,
it.
video proof.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
And other people are going through that. This arbitration crap. I mean, that arbitration should just be taken off of any company's, you know,
Right.
arbitration should not be allowed
No,
because,
not with church officials, and you don't believe in the church
yeah,
anymore. That's
yeah,
not a thing anymore. You left the church. So why am I trying to settle with church officials? Like, no matter
right,
what you believe, if you know what I mean? It's
yeah,
like, legally they
there's-
have this right as a church in the United States. But if I
yeah,
don't believe in it, why do I have to follow it?
exactly. It makes no
There
sense.
should have been a third party um,
Absolutely.
uh, arbitrating this instead of let us handle it outside, because she
Right.
can't even have her lawyer
I
present,
know.
which
That
is
just makes
not an
no,
arbitration.
that
Exactly.
makes no sense.
Nope. Because like, if they have representatives, she has a representative.
Hi,
That's what an
Rudy.
arbitration is.
Welcome, welcome. Oh, good. Yeah, for her not to be able to have an attorney present, that doesn't even make sense, you know?
No,
Like, why would a judge think that anything could get settled?
because
Uh,
it's off their docket, so therefore try that out. But how
yeah,
long continuing, and they're
yeah,
not finished? It's like they're
yeah,
not finished with berating her and
right.
abusing her. Like, what?
Exactly. Can you imagine having to sit there with those people? Oh my
Right.
gosh.
And then them, either taking turns, or because it's an ethics officer.
Yeah, I mean,
Right there. It's like, oh, okay, they declared me an SP and do this.
I can't
But
even imagine the stuff she's having to hear, you know?
yep. And
And
just be
it's
bombarded
amazing
with
that
harass.
she hasn't gone postal or
Right.
crazy or just given up, you know. I don't know if I could
Yeah.
sit there through that. She's a
Because
stronger
her
woman than.
her lawyer is having her write everything down
Oh, okay.
afterwards, like immediately after her session, before she forgets. Write everything
Oh,
down.
that's right. She can't even have paper or anything in there, can she?
No, and that's why that's where it's not an arbitration. It's one-sided. One-sided gets to set the rules,
Yeah,
and you have to follow, and we're doing arbitration.
yeah.
Think about that.
That is
No arbitration is like
crazy.
that. So, I
That's
have a
just
huge
pure
problem.
abuse. Pure
Yeah, I have a
abuse.
pure problem with that definition, and that the courts are allowing this as a definition.
It's crazy. Did you see that video Aaron did about showing the attorneys from LA that have some lawsuits, pretty heavy duty lawsuits going on with the LDS, the
No,
Mormons. Oh my
maybe.
gosh. Yeah. And they're getting them for trafficking. And
Yeah.
uh, the definition of trafficking is not what I thought it was. So
Nope. That's why
Scientology,
they definitely traffic. and it's
Yeah,
not. It, it's pretty disgusting that they're even trapped there
I
in
know.
their position until they find someone to take their place. Think about
It's
that.
crazy. Crazy.
You're
Absolutely.
sent to another country. You're there, and you have to stay there unless you get someone to take your place.
Yeah, that is so wild. You have to get, you mean they have to find someone to take their place for themselves?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
wow.
Someone told me that um, Hawaii Narconon was trying to get them to take their place so they can leave,
Wow.
and or they're blown, like especially, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You left post without permission, which is that alone tells you cold.
I know.
If you cannot leave to go to the bathroom,
Right?
and you know what? Phil Jones was even saying that he couldn't leave to go to the bathroom. They were so afraid
That's
that he would just
that's
leave.
just
And he's like, my
crazy.
wife's right there. Yeah. I'm just like, oh my God, this is insane.
Yep. And people just feel like, they can't fight them, so they feel helpless. But I remember Jenna saying that she used to fight back.
Hmm. Well, that's what your body tells you in
Yeah,
fight or flight.
yeah,
You get those people in the wrong crosshairs, and they have to fight to get free. You're fighting
right,
for your life,
right. Mm,
and that's what I feel Valerie Haney had to do. I mean,
yeah,
she had to do anything to try to leave.
right. Boy, I just have tried to imagine like being in the trunk of someone's car and what he
For
must
an
have,
hour and a half or something for some
yeah,
long
what he must
time.
have thought when she popped out of there.
Oh, freaked out. Yeah.
That had to be scary for him too.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, like I wonder where she went. Like,
She went to his
you
home.
know, yeah, but did she stay there? Stay with
Um,
him that night?
I
Oh,
well, he asked her if she needed a ride anywhere, and I don't know. I don't remember what she
yeah.
said.
I wonder if she had anyone on the outside.
Well, she was one of the kids that grew up with, um, gosh, she knew so many
Oh,
people that
okay.
were already out. Yeah,
Oh,
and but I don't know if she had their connection right then.
right, right.
But because she's the same age as everybody else, and went,
Yeah.
second gen.
Do you remember the name of that the child um advocacy group that Mike Render was on the board of, and
Oh my gosh, Child
there,
USA.
oh, is that what it's called? Okay. I
Yeah,
couldn't remember the name of it.
I
Couldn't
can't
remember
believe
the
that.
name.
I can't believe there's so many that need to be verified and validated and heard. And if you're
Yeah,
part of an organization that says you're helping people, and there's literally people coming forward, or there's cases not being solved, there's got to be
that
a
was crazy.
a hierarchy to
Yeah.
make sure everything's being done right, not no predators, no,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, are
Right.
people really
It's
getting
so
healthier, or are
hard
we
nowadays.
just saying that?
Right. Yeah, people need to be held accountable, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Because as a board or like anything, you I you can see the cases and everything really being stalled, what's happening here. You can actually
Yeah.
follow along of what's really happening because the board should know what's happening
Right.
with the charity.
And we've got to get these laws changed about the statute of limitations. They need to take that off of the board for any um, childhood SA, you know?
Yeah, because it affects you lifetime, you know?
And it takes, usually takes um, well into adulthood before they even realize, you know,
What abuse
a lot of
was,
them don't
what it was
realize
not
why
right.
they
Yeah,
were abused. And then to have the nerve to say something,
right.
you know? So, yeah, they just need to get rid of that statute of limitations crap.
I think there
That can go,
I think there's still stigmatism with that coming forward 40 years later.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and but a lot of education needs to be brought to those. And that's why
yeah,
I also want to get into knowing how a law is made, passed, brought forward,
right,
all this litigation part of it, because a
right,
lot of things do need to change. And I know it
yep.
takes money to change something, but what are we really here for?
And
Like,
it takes so much time too. It shouldn't take as long as it takes, you know?
right. Um,
Mhm.
so it's like, okay, what does it take to be a lawmaker? Exactly who's a lawmaker in legislation? Like, what makes you a lawmaker?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I don't know how all that works either. I think we were supposed at one time, I remember studying the different branches of our government in high school, but I don't remember anything past that.
yeah, I think it just went over my head because um, when you are surviving day to day at your home life, and you're like,
Right,
I
right.
just want to move on. But now that you know I'm on,
Now that you can breathe,
yes, I'm like looking and really seeing what the value in life and the
yeah,
value in change. Because I never was an activist before. Because I felt
yeah,
everybody's trying to live their life, live through their childhood, live through pay
right.
bills and all this inflation. We're like, what is going on? How
Well,
are
it always seemed like just so out of like it was so out of reach to get
right?
anything like that done that I wouldn't even try. But in my older age, I'm realizing that if you're not doing something, at least talking about it, making people aware of it, then of course nothing's going to happen, you know?
Yeah, but it's how to go about it too. Like
Yeah,
what fits you, because uh, like how to make people aware what to do. Because sometimes you feel stuck to where it's like, well,
yeah.
and that's why I think we have those extremists, like with the Tesla thing.
Oh
It's like,
God.
well, that's what I mean. It's like, how do you? it's just don't engage, don't buy into Tesla if you don't want
Right.
Tesla.
Right. I mean, there's a way to do things and a way not to. That's for sure. You know.
But I just feel like people feel they have no power, so then they go extreme and ruin their lives.
Yep.
And that's where it's like, wait a minute, let's think this through.
Yeah.
Because there's got to be other ways
Yeah, but
to get.
people like get so angry that they stop logically thinking, you know? It's like
Yeah.
they throw all caution to the wind and they end up getting themselves in trouble. Yeah, you're right. And it doesn't help. Executive, judiciary, and the other one is the executive, judiciary, and what is the other one? Legislative.
So it's got to be the legislative part that makes it.
Yeah. Hmm. Yes, Aaron. Um, I started to write a letter to Candace Owens because I want to get someone big like that to just know what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
Well, so do you at all subscribe to Tony Ortega's Substack?
no. Uh-uh.
Okay. Well, I only found it because it popped up in my
Yeah,
YouTube, like probably what I wouldn't mind. But then I realized he posted it, and then so did another person that was part of the community that has kind of stepped back.
yeah,
Um, but it's a 1985, um, the the fifth estate, um,
yeah,
CBS, I think it is. It's Canada News did like a 20 some odd 30-minute video um, on Scientology in
oh,
1985. It's saying the same exact thing
wow,
that we are saying, not the essay
wow,
part, but same exact fair gaming, money. And this is when
yeah,
LRH was still alive, but he was
wow,
missing. Like he was not around.
yeah,
And so I posted it on my community post. So
yeah,
I encourage you to watch it
okay, I
because
will.
it's been around. I just think people either take note and know that that's nothing they want to get into, or you know what I mean, or
Right.
because um
Something about space. She mentioned Jack Parsons recently, something about space travel. Who is that, Aaron? Um, yeah, that whole uh, occult thing in Hollywood is that's all crazy too, and that's right where L. Ron Hubbard was right in the middle of all of it. You
yep, they cover that too. She covers
know?
that too. LA, even them purchasing in Clearwater, all in the 1985. I mean,
Yeah.
it's filled with a lot of information that like we've been, yeah, all talking about.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out for sure.
So yeah, no,
Very
I've been working on
interesting.
a project. I just don't know how it's gonna go because it's been 2 months and not really going anywhere with actual people participating
Yeah.
through emails and stuff. Um, it's kind of funny because I've been secretive about it, but uh, Dusty hasn't. And I was like, you better not be saying what I got planned. Yeah, he's still saying what he has planned. But I was like,
Been
any
saying what
Scientologist
now?
working
You've been talking about what?
about Lisa McPherson,
Oh,
um, her 30th, the 30th
oh.
year since
There's
she's
a lot of
passed.
people going to
And but
Clearwater in December, I guess it is, right?
yeah, December 5th. But I want it to be a big enough event that um, newspapers and news stations get involved.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to set it up. It's just how many people are responding to my emails?
Oh, you're gonna set it up in LA,
No.
in Clearwater?
Um, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're
Just
coming
my husband
here?
doesn't know about it. Did you hear me?
Um, what? Your husband what?
Doesn't know about it.
Oh, okay. Oh. I don't even know if I'm still gonna. Hey, David, how are you?
Hey.
Um, I guess yeah. There's a lot of people going, planning on being there. I guess I need to find now. Our house is on the market, but he raised the price today because he doesn't care if it sells fast or not. Because the house he wanted to buy in Arizona got it sold yesterday, so it like busted his bubble,
Oh.
and he was going to take it off the market, but he decided just to raise it high enough to where nobody will come look at it. So I
Oh.
don't know if we're going to be here all the way in December or not. It would be a shame if I moved before December and everybody shows up in Florida.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go. Um, you're on vacation in Seattle. Cool. Is it raining there? I bet. I bet it is. Yeah, I think you said you were gonna drive up there. I'm trying to remember. Um, but I wanted to go to Clearwater like this month or next month, and I never could find anyone to share an Airbnb with me. And the Airbnbs that I saw, there's a bunch of them, and they are actually less expensive than um, a hotel room if you
Really?
get someone to share it with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
I
don't
want
even
to,
know how I'm getting there, to be honest.
how you're getting there.
Only because,
Well,
well, my husband doesn't like this whole sign. He's like, why are we causing drama when you don't need
I
the
know that's
drama?
what Richard says. He doesn't understand it. Why I'm picking just Scientology when there's so many other. I said, well, you can't focus on all of them. Yeah, so I picked Scientology because it is so bad and they need to be exposed.
Yeah.
And
Mine is I'm watching a documentary and that's supposed to be, like historical, like, yes, we learned our lesson, and I'm like, the same shit's still happening.
yeah,
That's when I was like, oh, we're not doing this. Not when I'm about to send a daughter out in the world.
it says it rained. He said it rained last night. Today was fine. You did drive. Oh, you're driving to Idaho. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Idaho, Idaho. I'm trying to remember if I've ever been. I think I might have. When we sold in the 90s, we sold our house in Las Vegas and bought a new truck and a fifth wheel travel trailer, and we traveled around the country. And we would stop wherever, you know, that we, if we found some place that we liked, we would stay there until we got tired of it, and then we would move to the next place. And we went all across the country, and we started in Las Vegas, and of course went over to California, and then went up. And I can't remember what highway or interstate that we took across the northern part of the United States. I remember going through Nebraska. I remember going through Chicago. I need to look on a map and see if what states I've been through, because I can't remember all of them. But and then like a year later, we ended up right back in Las Vegas. It was crazy. Yeah. And then I left him not long after that. It was pretty bad at the end. Of course, he doesn't remember it being bad. I said, well, you weren't on the bad end of the stick. I was. Of course, you're not going to remember it. The abusers aren't the ones that remember conveniently.
Yeah, my husband
AI,
and I. Huh? What?
me?
Yeah, what did you say?
Oh, I said I was talking to AI about my living situation
Oh.
and just giving her some facts, and she said, "Well, that's 100% narcissism." And I'm like, thinking to myself, I thought that's what it was, but yeah. And AI backed me up, so I'm going with it. Anyway, that's why I'm going to start a new channel because I told her I need to make some. You prefer driving so you can see the sights? Yeah, yeah. Driving's nice. I can't wait to get my license back and get a vehicle. But I told AI that about my living situation. I'm like, that's why I need to um, do something, either sell my jewelry somewhere or figure something out to where I can go viral on some shorts and so I can make some money so I can find a place of my own,
Yeah.
because yeah, it's not healthy where I live. It really isn't. But oh, and AI helped me write. My mother disconnected from me in 2019, and she had the rest of the family disconnect from me too. So AI helped me write a letter that I've written like 3 or 4 letters but never mailed them. But she helped me compose some letters to my aunt and my uncle and my mom that are so perfect and everything that I didn't know how to say.
Mhm.
And so I'm going to mail those off as soon as I take the time to write them. And, I'm going to write them out longhand, the old fashioned way. Seattle. I've been to Seattle before. My son's father was living there for a while before I met him in Florida, and he went back for a family reunion, and I went with him. So I just remember we didn't do much, but I remember Seattle was kind of cool, you know. I liked it. I really
Yeah.
liked Portland because I had this boyfriend in California. It was probably the mid 90s to late 90s I was with him, and him and his brother had a business where they would set up like shows like if a company would be putting on a convention or something, they would hire um, my boyfriend's company to like go there beforehand and set everything up, and have the registration booth, and they would do the logistics for hotel rooms and stuff like that. So, and they worked all over the country. And so he gave me a list of cities that he was going to be going to, that for the year, and I got to pick out which ones I wanted to go to, and he would fly me first class. And one of the cities I chose was Portland. And he would be working. He would always rent a car, so I would have a car. This was before my accident, and I would go to, like, in Portland. I went to the zoo, spent my time at the zoo, plus at the hotel we were staying at, and they were always like at Marriott's and stuff like that. There was a little people's convention, little people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a bunch of little people running around that hotel. It was the funniest thing. And I met this one girl that I talked to in the bar every day, and she said that they have conventions every year, and she said really what it is just one big boink fest. She said they have uh, like five of them will go to a room at a time, and they'll just boink each other. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is crazy. She said it is crazy. Yep. Little people need loving too.
Event planner.
Oh, it was so funny. And I remember going to Boston. I loved Boston. And there's a lot of good art museums there. But I had this very nice gold bracelet, and I lost it in the cab ride from the airport to the hotel, and I just about died. Never got it back. And I was drinking a lot back then, and we were in Fort Lauderdale, and I had this very expensive camera. This was before we all had camera phones. I mean, yeah, phone cameras on our phones. And so I had this really nice camera, and I ended up leaving it hanging on a bar chair and lost it.
That's not good.
I know. And I remember in Fort Lauderdale, I was wild. I got so drunk, and I was at this bar right across the street from the beach, and starting to, it was dusk. It was starting to turn dark outside, and I bet somebody that I wouldn't go skinny dipping in the ocean. And I did. I ran across the street, stripped down, and went skinny dipping in the ocean. That was crazy. Event planner, yeah. Well, kind of. They a big part of it was the registration, like making sure people got there and got checked in. Um, But needless to say, that's the only time I ever got to fly first class because I sure can't afford it. And I'll tell you what, there's a big difference. He ended up leaving me, and because we were supposed to get married, but he never would take the plunge. And I lived with him and his brother, and it's like he never would get rid of the brother. And I went out of town by myself with a girlfriend one weekend, and I came back and all my stuff was moved out. Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible. He had all my stuff in storage. Oh, I was so mad. And I do stained glass, and I had made this stained glass, you know, like in bathrooms, how they have light, like a strip of lights above a vanity or something, you know. Well,
Yeah.
I had made a stained glass cover for these lights. It was really nice, and I was so mad that he moved me out. I went in that bathroom and I ripped it down and broke it all.
Aw.
A bet's a bet. Yep, that's right. I don't know if I don't think I don't remember getting any money. Maybe I did, or maybe I got drinks. I don't remember what the bet was. I don't know. I probably didn't think too much about it because they just didn't believe I would do it. And why I would do it, I don't know because I didn't know those people. Crazy. I've done some crazy things. And so one day, I'll tell y'all another story. So one day, I had left Richard, and he was still living in Las Vegas, and I had moved to Missouri, and so I get this call one day from Las Vegas homicide, and I'm like, Las Vegas homicide? Can you come get the dogs? Richard's in jail. And I'm like, yeah. What are his charges? And it was like 4 counts of first degree murder. And
Jeez.
I know. And so I had, when I left Las Vegas, I was in on probation, or I was supposed to go to drug court or something. I had gotten caught with some cocaine. This was back in the late 80s, early 90s. And so I just skipped town, you know, and I didn't tell them. Well, they said, okay, that's fine. Just don't come back to Las Vegas because if you come back, you're going to get picked up and thrown in jail. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll stay away. I had to go get those dogs. We had 2 Pomeranians that he kept when when I left him. He kept the dogs, and so I I got a plane ticket, and I had called this friend of ours, and I was gonna where the dogs were, and I told him I left a message on his message machine about what time my plane was getting in, and so he could be there to pick me up, you know. And this girl was with him, and she heard the message too. Well, she hated me. So she called the police and told them when I was getting in. Now I didn't know any of this, and so when I had gained weight and I got healthy, and I probably had gained 15 pounds or maybe even 20 pounds. I looked totally different than when I left Las Vegas. And so when I'm getting off the plane, I hear all these like police radios, like static and them talking, and I see police standing at the end of, when you get off a plane, you walk down that hallway
Yeah.
thing, and they were, waiting for me to get off the plane, and they were going to nab me. Well, I walked right past them, and I made a beeline to the bathroom. I stood up in on a toilet seat and changed clothes, and I heard them come in there, and they were talking, saying, "Yes, the the airlines confirmed she was on this flight, and they just couldn't figure out how they couldn't find me." But like I said, I looked totally different. And so it's like a movie. I was in there changing clothes, and they were looking for me, and oh my gosh, I just knew I was going to get caught. It was horrible, and I ended up waiting a little bit, and when I felt it was safe, I left the bathroom and went straight to um, a shuttle bus and took it downtown. I just wanted out of that airport.
Mm-hmm.
Managed to get away, and they didn't catch me. So I ended up downtown, and that guy came and got me, and I got the dogs and
Wow.
rented a car and drove back with them. Airport story, changing clothes in the bathroom. To me, it was a movie. I really did. I have many more stories, David. I'm eating some cherry cream cheese pie right now that I made. It looks a
Ooh.
mess, but it tastes so it tastes so good. Mm. Anyway, yeah, I have a ton of stories. That's why I haven't told my story yet, because it's so long. If I started to tell my story, it would take hours, I think, you know? So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you ready to hang it up? Mhm.
Oh, I'm just tingly. So,
Well, your hair's so pretty.
oh, thank you. I have very thick hair.
Yeah, so do I. It doesn't look as thick as it. I mean, I'll tell you what, I curled it before I came in here a few hours ago, and I was sweating so bad that it went straight. But yeah, you have
See,
thicker hair than I do, and I have thick hair.
my
When I
hair
was
is thin too and straightened right now. It's starting. Yeah. When I get um in the hold on. Sorry, my brain is not. Whenever I have a lot of nervous system is shot, I can't think. I'm like the words are not coming, so I feel stupid.
wait till
Sorry.
you get older. Wait till you get older, it gets worse. I'm just
That's what
telling
people say, and I'm just like I can't function.
you,
My brain is dead.
it gets worse, huh, David? Your story wasn't boring, David.
No,
I
David.
think I think you had
Mine, I left a lot out.
Yeah, yeah.
I just
I know
highlighted
you
the.
did. Um,
Yep. So no, it with humidity, it lays flat.
oh,
With the cold humidity from the West Coast, it it like grows. It
mine gets
gets
real
so.
frizzy.
My daughter explains it as a paintbrush. Like
Oh,
it just I don't know what it is, but with the southern states or even Michigan in the uh, summers, it lays down. I was like, I need this heat. My hair is like its own entity. So I just got it lightened because it was getting so dark. Because
yeah.
my
Look
mom,
at mine. Look how dark mine is on the underneath
yeah, and
and up here. I need to do mine.
I just feel so raggedy and stuff. So I did it on my birthday just to yeah,
I hear
have
you.
a day for
I need to
myself
do
that I
mine.
can take care of.
Susie, have you seen Susie Oberhertz her hair
Yes.
lately? Her cut is so cute. I want to get mine like that, but I don't think mine would do as good as hers.
See, mine is fine, but then it gets like, I can't really put it up. But I used to cut it. My hair used to grow so fast,
Oh,
and
really?
my mom used to cut my hair. So there was no such thing as layers in her mind. So she would cut it
My mom
straight.
kept me in a pixie, and I hated it. She let my sister's hair grow out, but mine was so thin that she used to keep it in a
Oh.
pixie, and I never had long hair until I was an adult.
No, I only got a haircut once a year. Um,
Wow.
so my hair would go down to my hips, thick, and then she was aiming for my shoulders, but because my hair is curly and wavy, it
Yeah,
went
so is mine.
above my ears, above my
Oh, wow.
earlobes. I
Wow.
cried because that was the
Yeah.
first time she cut it, saying, since I can't take care of my hair, I was 8.
Oh my
Since I can't
God.
take care of my hair, she's gonna cut it. And she finally
Oh
cut
my
it,
gosh.
and it was so short. I cried. I cried
I'm
so hard for
sure.
my hair because it was
That's
my identity.
devastating. Yeah.
And every year I got over it real quick because it did grow back. And my mom was like, "Oh, you don't need to cry about it. It's gonna grow. Like get over it. You should have taken care of it." When it grew back, I realized she can cut it again, and that's fine because it will grow back. It doesn't matter what my
Oh,
mom does. It has
right.
it. So every year I would get it chopped off. The summer, next summer, it's already so long. That's when I got over
Yeah.
the last control. Like, this is
Well,
mine.
I got my hair cut last summer, but I didn't get it cut. I got it cut just I think just up to about here. And it's really too hot to have long hair in Florida in the summer, so I should get it cut, but my hair grows so slow, But really, at my age, a lot of people don't think you should have long hair at my age, you know. Plus, I'm starting to turn gray. I need to I need to get rid of these dark roots. You're frozen, Journey. You have curly hair, so you can never have long hair. Um, yeah, that's how like my roommates. His hair was always curly too, so he had to keep it short, or it didn't look right. But Journey got disconnected again. Oh, it's so hot. I'm so hot. because my legs are on fire. My legs burn so bad that it makes me sweat like above my brow. It's terrible. Nerve damage is bad. I didn't know damaged nerves could hurt so much, you know? Yep. Let's see. It's 11:15, 11:10. It's only 8 o'clock on the West Coast. 8:15. Wow. I need to get a new UV light for my UV resin. It's just kind of neat. It's a lentil bead. It's kind of pretty. I'll stick a magnet on the back of this. Have it for a refrigerator magnet. I haven't worked in clay in a week or so, and I'm really missing it. But I was saying earlier, David, I've been working in my metal a lot this past week, and I got a lot of real cool earrings made, but I have them put away. I'll pull them out sometime and show y'all. They turned out really good. I need to pull out my silver and get back into soldering and yeah, thanks. I need to learn how, I want to learn how to use a bezel like for a stone, you know, like putting a bezel around a stone so I can make rings with stones. And you can buy the bezel and then you have to solder it on. I'm real good at soldering with a soldering iron, but with jewelry you have to use a torch. And I know how to do it, but I'm not near as good at that torch soldering as I am at soldering with an iron. And so I need to start practicing. I need to buy some more silver. They make this silver, it's called argentium, and it's supposed to be better than sterling because argentium silver doesn't tarnish. And I had some, and when my mom got rid of all of my stuff, she got rid of my silver, my argentium silver, but I want to buy some. And it has a higher melting point than sterling. I actually want to, it looks just like sterling. You can't tell the difference. Like, this is argentium and this is sterling, or vice versa. I forget, but they look just the same, you know, but argentium's a little harder. And like I said, it doesn't tarnish. You might Google argentium silver. It's the story behind it's pretty cool. The man that invented it, and I forget what he put in it to make it argentium. It has to be some kind of metal argentium. I don't know. I forget the story. I have to Google it too. But oh, there you are. You were backstage for a bit, but I think I'm going to pop off of here, you guys. I had fun. I appreciate y'all stopping by. And thanks, Journey, for popping on with me. That way, it's nice to have a face to talk to. And yeah, I like to have people on with me. But I'm going to pop off and go get something to eat besides pie. And uh, I'll probably put things away for the night. I might work for a little bit longer. I haven't decided yet, but I'm kind of tired. I have to get prepared for my AI person tomorrow. David, I've been having very, very long, deep discussions with AI the past couple of days. Yeah, I've learned a lot. So, anyway, okay. I love you guys. Thanks so much for stopping by. Be safe driving, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye. See you next time. Bye, y'all. End stream. Okay.